Faith, you're going to be coming to the family and friend get-together soon, right? And when you come, you are going to help me out a lot, right?
Good evening, Shari. Of course I'll be coming to the gathering to help out. But recently my belly has grown a lot in size, so perhaps this time I won't be able to help you out as much as I had been the last time I was over. But I'll do whatever I can to help you and all the family out while they're over. So please, go about things as normal.
Huh? What are you going on about?
What? What do you mean? What am I going on about?
Are you trying to use your pregnancy as a way of getting out of the doing your job as my son's wife?
Excuse me?
Do you think that just because you are pregnant, you don't have to do anything now? You'd better get that kind of spoiled thinking out of your head right now, you idiot.
I never said that I wasn't wanting to do any work because of my pregnancy, though.
But you made sure it seemed like that's what you wanted to say, right? Your belly is too big now, so you can't help me out at this gathering. Since when did you think I wanted to listen to you talk back to me like that? If you keep that kind of back-talking behavior up, I'm going to have my son divorce you.
Shari, I think you're taking what I've said a little too far. It's not even a joke anymore when you say that you'd make your son divorce me like that.
And that's because I wasn't joking about it, Faith.
I'm telling you I'll be fine by the time the gathering starts. I will be there to help you as much as I physically can. It will be a bit harder for me to do all of the things I'd done before, but I'll make sure to get what needs to get done, done. All the cleaning and cooking that I'm normally doing already.
Is that so? Well then, you should have been saying it like that from the start. If by this weekend you're still trying to slack off from doing your work, I am not going to go easy on you, and it will not be forgiven.
I never meant any of that as a way of telling you I'd want to slack off, and I still have no plans to, all right? Anyway, I look forward to seeing you and the rest of the family and friends this weekend. Everyone that's been invited is going to be there, right?
Of course they all will be. This is a part of the memorial, after all. You really thought that some of them wouldn't be showing up for one of the most important events? You absolute dunce. Are you brain dead or something even?
I'm sorry. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone this weekend then.
Faith, I'm planning on coming to the memorial this weekend, okay? It has been so long since I was last able to see you in person. How have you been doing? I'm going to be bringing some cucumbers that I've grown in my garden, so I hope you'll eat some of them.
Ebony, it's been too long. I plan on eating up as many of those cucumbers as I can. I actually really love them a lot.
That's great to hear then. I'll make sure to bring a bunch of them to the event then. You happen to be pregnant right now, right, Faith? How far along are you now?
I've just started taking maternity leave from work now, and I'm going to be close to my 9th month of carrying the baby.
That must mean that your stomach is huge now after having that baby in you for so long. Remember that in your final month before the expected date, you should take things very easy and get yourself lots and lots of rest.
Thank you so much for thinking about me. Have you been doing all right yourself, Ebony? Aaron has said he's really looking forward to seeing you this weekend again after such a long time away. He said that he hasn't had much time to come out and see you, so this will be huge for him.
Well, I'm sure he's really missed me a lot. Aaron was always attached to his grandma the most, and I'm sure he still is. After he was kicked out of his mom's place even, he would come over to my house a lot.
But Shari happened to take great care of Aaron as well when he was younger, right?
Well, your mother-in-law happens to be a very moody person, so I'm not sure how often she was really caring for Aaron. Some might say she spoiled him, but others would say she never really bothered with him, and that's probably why she ended up kicking him out.
Well, I can see that being the case. I'll make sure to remember that you think of her as a moody person as well.
I'm so happy that my grandson was able to have someone as nice and stable as you to come to his side and become his lovely wife. Please make sure to keep loving one another a whole bunch.
Hearing something like that from you makes me really warm and happy. Once I've had the baby and things have calmed down a bit, I promise to bring the baby over to see you and play.
I never thought that I'd ever have the chance of having a great grandbaby, but here we are. Oh, it makes me so cheerful. You are such an angel, Faith. I hope you really know that, all right? All you have to do is last another month or so with the baby, and you can finally go back to having a smaller waist again. Just make sure you don't overdo anything for a little bit, as there is no reason to. Just being pregnant in the first place is a very difficult job. You don't need to be doing anything else.
I'm glad you see it that way. I'll make sure to take it easy.
I'm sure come this weekend. My daughter is going to try and get you to help out during the event, but I'm telling you right now, it's 100% okay to tell her no. Back when she was pregnant, she didn't do a dang thing for anyone. So I think it's only fair you catch a break.
Wait, she really didn't do anything? That's a lot different from what she was telling me before.
What do you think you are doing right now? You come to me right now. You told me that you'd be coming here to help, so let's get going and get to work.
What? Aaron and I said to you before that we'd be arriving at 11 a.m. together.
Huh? Why do you think you get to slack off when you're my son's wife? Your job as his wife is to be here even before he arrives and start getting things prepared for everyone.
I'm sorry, but that wasn't the plan we had made before.
I don't give a crap whether you made plans to be here at 11 a.m. with him or not. To me, you are already 2 hours late now, and I will not forgive you if you come any later.
Wait, I never planned on being there later than was expected of me.
I'm not going to sit here and listen to all these excuses anymore. I've had enough of you trying to blame everything on you being pregnant. You stop it with all this crap about wanting to slack off and get your butt here now.
All right, I'll be there soon. I'm sorry for causing you all this trouble.
Hey, you! Where did you run off to?
I'm in the hospital now to make sure there was no serious damage done to the baby. I'm having a CT scan done. I'm in a lot of pain and am very worried about what might have been done.
Huh? The hospital? Why would you go all the way to the hospital for something like that? I'm really not messing around anymore, so hurry it up and get back here. There is no time to dilly-dally when the family needs you here to help care for everyone.
What are you talking about, Shari? Do you have any idea what you've done to me a little bit ago? I could sue you for assaulting me like that. I cannot believe that my own mother-in-law would resort to violence over nothing.
You sitting down in that chair while at a very important family event is far more crazy than what I had to do to you. I am very busy right now, and it's your job to help me at all times ensure the family is taken care of. Yet you went ahead and tried to slack off, so I had to teach you a very swift and heavy lesson.
You say that I sat down in that chair, but it was only for a mere second before you hit me. And that's not even my concern right now. I have the right to sit down when I need to, yet as I had just sat down, you turned around and hit me right in the stomach while I am 8 months pregnant with my child. That's what's crazy about all of this.
The only one crazy is you, Faith. You have no frickin' common sense, do you? The most useless wife I've ever seen in my life.
Common sense? I'm the one that lacks common sense here? So you think it's common sense to hit a woman in the stomach when she's pregnant because she didn't stay standing up?
You are my son's wife, and you remain standing all day? That is common sense.
I know you're a little bit ticked off right now, but you're saying that a wife must always be standing? What kind of crap is that? I have never heard about some kind of rule like that in my life. What I've heard a lot more about is that you should never resort to violence. That's the only rule, or I guess common sense, I'm aware of in this world. So tell me, who happens to have the more crazy idea here?
Do you think you're in the right position to be talking back to your mother-in-law like that?
If you continue to try and act as though I have no rights when around you, then you're going to really start pissing me off.
What's even worse is you didn't even try sitting on the floor. You sat in a chair. That right there is pretty much like you committing a crime. That's how messed up that was.
I really have no clue what is going on in your head right now, Shari. But I recommend you stop talking to me like that right now. I'd like to know why you haven't started thinking about how screwed up what you did to me was. You should be saying sorry to me. So please apologize for what happened and I might just forgive you.
The only one needing to apologize right now is you. Seriously. You are going to start embarrassing your husband if you keep all this up. He might start thinking about twice about you then. So you better not ever act out of line like that again by sitting down while on the job. That punch was me reminding you what you are supposed to do and does not require you to go to any hospital.
Reminding me? You're telling me that punching me in the stomach was to remind me not to sit down? I can see there's no point in talking to you about this anymore if you're going to think of what you did to me like that. I no longer feel as though I need to waste my time trying to understand your completely screwed up mentality.
Maybe you just need to put a little bit of thought into your head and you'd be able to understand me. You thought sitting in that chair as the wife of my son during one of the most important days in his family was the right decision? I hit you in the belly in order to teach you a lesson. And you going to the hospital for it is not allowed.
Well then, I guess it's my turn, right?
Huh?
Shari, you seem to think you're the queen of this event, huh? Acting like that? Well, you never act that way in front of me.
What? Who is this?
This would be your mother-in-law.
What? Ebony? There's no way this could be you right now. Stop fooling around with me right now, Faith.
I came to the hospital to bring Aaron with me so we could see how Faith is doing. I was fed up with being over at your house after what I had to witness take place.
What? Ebony, you were able to come to the memorial today then?
And right as I opened the front door to come in, I saw you punching Faith in the stomach as she took a seat. You understand what you did to her today was completely unacceptable, right?
What? Is this really you then, Ebony? What? Why are you using Faith's phone to text me right now?
Well, I was watching you in her text, but I had really had enough of watching you act like a total witch to her. You have really done it this time, Shari. What kind of hate do you have towards Faith that would make you act in such a monstrous way? Do you not care about your important little grandchild? That baby happens to be my great-grandbaby and someone I never thought I'd be around to see. If something happens to the baby because of you, what are you going to think then?
I'm sorry, but you really don't have to be that upset with me. This is all a misunderstanding on your part, I think.
Not my part. Then tell me then, what was it that I misunderstood? Explain it to me right now so I can comprehend why it was okay for you to hit Faith. Because as far as I'm aware, you only hit her because she needed to sit down and relax a little. If that's a misunderstanding on my part, then I must need to get my eyes checked.
At the time, I didn't think you'd be there to see what was going on to do to her. But what I had done was a way of teaching her what to do as my Aaron's wife.
So that was a lesson, huh? I'm amazed. You think violence is the right way to teach someone? I suppose that's why your son never really liked being around you then. You must have used violence as a way of getting him to do as you asked. My poor grandbaby.
I would never do that to Aaron. You know better than I do that he was my favorite little baby. I would never ever lay a hand on him, not even for teaching purposes. I'm telling you, I have never.
Is that so? Then that must mean this wasn't about teaching Faith a lesson or reminding her of anything.
Huh?
Right now, Faith is your son's wife, and she is carrying their first child. Yet you are telling me you punched her, assaulted her, in order to teach her a lesson about how to be his wife? You are a terrible human being, Shari.
Ebony, you have it all wrong here. I'm telling you the truth. Can you please believe me?
Just thinking that I had not seen what you did to her today, your acts of violence would only get worse and would probably cause even more serious damage to her. That scares me. Know that I'm not going to forgive you for what you've done today. You'd better be prepared for what awaits you tomorrow, okay?
Ebony, please. Don't say anything scary like that right now. I will make sure to come and see you so that I can get down on all fours and apologize to you.
There is no reason for you to be coming to me and apologizing on all fours. I think you know who you have to apologize to right now, correct?
Faith, why have you done that?
I'm still wondering the same thing about what you did yesterday, since you didn't do a good enough job explaining yourself.
You went and tattled on your own mother-in-law like that? What is wrong with you? Now because of you, my mother-in-law's upset with me and I'm embarrassed. You think you can turn Ebony against me like that? Also that you can slack off as a wife?
I happen to know that you are very afraid of your mother-in-law, and that's why I got her to help me deal with you. So I made sure she was there before I sat down. On purpose.
Huh? What did you just say to me?
It's amazing how well the timing worked out for me. We'd already been talking about how you'd probably try to overwork me today, and so Ebony was ready to see what kind of crap you'd pull. But to think you'd punch me right in the gut for it? I'm glad she was able to witness that the moment she opened the door.
Are you really, Faith? I never thought someone like you would ever do something so sly as have me punch you on purpose.
Well, I had a change of heart after I saw that you were never going to change. And everything you've said and done to me up to that point really pissed me off. This was all coming for you because this was all your fault. So please, just give up now and take the L. Now, did you come back to talk to me so that you could try to blame me even more for your lack of common sense? What happened to you coming to me to apologize?
Excuse me?
I thought when you were crying to Ebony, you made it seem like you'd be coming to me to apologize on your hands and knees, right? I mean, that's what Ebony had asked you to go and do. I understand that I wasn't around to witness her saying that in person, but I have looked at the texts you sent her while she was using my phone, and she said you needed to come and apologize to me. If you're not planning to apologize to me right now, then I'll go get your mother-in-law again and let her know that you're too far gone. Would you like me to do that again? I can tell her right now that you have not done anything to apologize to me.
You wait a second. Why do you know all about that?
I just told you.
But today, I've already been embarrassed enough. She came back to the house after seeing you in the hospital and hit me in the gut asking me how it felt. And everyone else sat there and watched as I fell to the ground coughing. None of them are even taking my side now. She's even got my own son going against me now.
You're surprised by all of that? Their reactions are all totally right, you know.
Huh? Why do you say that?
What you did to me in front of the rest of the family and friends has really made them upset. There are others that didn't see what you did to me, but they've heard about it by now, I'm sure. I'm sure Ebony has told them about it, and everyone knows that Ebony is not the type of person to ever lie. So this is it for you, Shari. It's over.
What do you mean it's over? What are you trying to say to me?
I'm trying to tell you that now is your last chance to think about all the wrongs you've done to me and apologize for them. I'm not going to forgive you for any of what you've done, but at least this way you're showing everyone you at least have a small amount of common sense. I don't even want to look at your face anymore, and I think I'm going to cut ties with you after today.
Huh? What do you mean you're going to cut ties to me? Do you plan on never coming back to my house again to help me out?
I would have to see your face again, so I'm afraid not. If you were to leave the place while I go over, then sure, I'll help out there.
I have no reason to be leaving my own house. It's where I live.
Well, then I'm not going back to that house ever again. That's it. I've told that to Aaron as well, and he's agreed with me on this one.
You're telling me Aaron agrees with you? So then Aaron is on your side as well?
You seem to still not get what's happened here, Shari. You decided to hate me for no good reason and started to harass me because of your hate. So the reason for everyone hating you now is because you never quit acting like a 5-year-old. And guess what? You can continue to act like that all you want, but not a single person in this family is going to be on your side anymore. To be honest, I was just going to let you keep treating me like crap. But then you made things a whole lot worse by threatening the life of my baby. That baby is Aaron's baby as well. Don't you think it's fair that he hates you for what you've done, just like everyone else in the family?
But, hold on a second. Cutting ties to his own mother?
I don't think he wants a parent around that thinks it's okay to threaten the life of his not even born baby. And even if it wasn't our baby's life that was endangered, you still assaulted me.
I never endangered anyone.
Who the heck do you think is going to believe that now? In reality, you wanted me to be hurt after something like that.
Hurt? I would never want you to hurt you or the baby. You're being overdramatic about all this.
You sent me to the hospital after what you did. Do you think I went there for fun or something? Because if that's what you think, then perhaps it's time I called the police and let them hear about this.
All right. I messed up a lot this time. But there's no way you guys could cut ties to me after something like this. I am Aaron's mother and your mother-in-law. I was just upset that you thought you could use your pregnancy as an excuse to sit around all day doing nothing.
Jesus, I'm going to tell it to you straight. You are absolutely screwed in the head.
Excuse me?
No, excuse me, witch. I heard all about you from your mother-in-law. Back when you were pregnant with Aaron, you never did a single thing for anyone in the house besides yourself. And that goes for doing anything at all for the family. All you did was sit on the couch or in bed asking everyone to help you. And you forced Ebony to have to come over and help out with chores and the cooking because you wouldn't move.
Well, that's because I didn't feel very good.
And there are people that end up not feeling very good, so I understand. But tell me, why do you think I don't get a chance to slack off and sit around now that I'm pregnant? If you could never grow the pair needed to do any of the chores or cooking while you were pregnant, don't force another woman to do it when she's pregnant. The way you've gone and rotted away all these years has really pissed me off and caused your whole family to hate you.
Aren't you going a little overboard now? Back in my day, things were a bit different.
I don't give a crap about how things were back then. I know for a dang fact that things were a lot harder for Ebony back when she was a pregnant woman, so you just shut it. But look at this. Ebony understands my pregnancy more than you, even though she had it far worse. Ebony's really been treating me so well, even though she never had it easy herself. Like any grandma would do for their grandkid.
Well, she was strict to me back in the day. You have no idea how bad I had it back then.
And I don't need to understand how hard things were for you then, because I know they do not compare to how terrible you've been treating me. And from what Ebony told me, the reason for her being so strict with you is because you were actually a bad wife. I'm not sure what all you did that made her think of you as a bad wife, but I might be able to make some good guesses. But it doesn't matter to me anyway, because you and I are done. I am tired of dealing with someone who cries as much as you do about absolutely nothing. And look, you won't have to cry anymore because I'll be gone. So this is finished.
Are you still going on about cutting ties to me? Saying something like that to me doesn't make me feel good at all. I was planning on helping you raise my grandbaby soon even.
If I left my baby with you, all you'd do is hit them. You are never, ever coming around my baby.
Why would I ever do something like that to them? You can trust that I won't. Even my own husband is starting to get upset with me now over this. Faith, please, he's saying that if you and I can't make up, he's going to make my life hell.
I don't care, and I think you deserve it after today. Now I've had enough. I am not wasting any more of my time talking to someone I hate. There's nothing more for me to gain here, so goodbye.
I will apologize to you, okay? You and I can make peace now, all right? I don't want my friends and family hating me forever, Faith.
Nope. I think it's totally deserved that everyone hates you now, especially since you asked for all of it. If you really want to apologize for all of this, then send me a video of you on your hands and knees saying sorry to me 300 times. But remember, even then, I'm not going to forgive you for what you've done. In the end, everyone in the family stuck to supporting Faith and not batting an eye towards Shari. And not too long after that memorial, they all began to cut ties to her and leave her for dead. This was then followed by Ebony, her mother-in-law, giving her a good talking to as her last words for her. And then her husband said if she doesn't change her behavior soon, he'll divorce her. Shari started to get really worked up over this and looked for ways to apologize to Faith for everything, but that obviously wasn't going to work. And even after having her baby, Faith has never let Shari see it, not even a picture. Faith did, however, let Ebony come and see her baby after she gave birth to it, and this made Ebony so happy that she had tears rolling down her face. Faith is living so much better now with everyone, since Shari is no longer able to reach them. And to be fair, it's best that Shari just vanished for good. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.